Back here ahead of the start of the second half here at ATI Field at Joliet Memorial Stadium. Alex Campbell with you here on this rainy Saturday evening for CCAC Women's Soccer Conference action. At the half, the Robert Morris University Eagles lead the University of St. Francis Fighting Saints by a score of 1-0. Lexi Langloss, the sophomore forward for the Eagles, with the game's only goal in the 9th minute. That's held up so far. Came on a cross from Gabby Christidis. It's been largely Robert Morris dictating things so far. They had a couple long periods of possession in the midfield where they looked content to simply possess the ball and move the Fighting Saints defense around. Fighting Saints not having much in the way of offensive opportunities. The sparks that have been there have come from striker Mary Kate Heineck and attacking midfielder Litzy Mendez, each of them able to try to connect a few things and produce some attacking opportunities. In goal, Didi Estrada had to make one phenomenal save on a ball that was dipping low to her right, that she was able to read and get a hand on. University of St. Francis only with a few players available on the bench tonight. They have yet to use any of their substitutions. Robert Morris did use a couple there at the half. Some stats at halftime. Robert Morris, 15 shots in that first half. St. Francis just 1. 8 shots on target of those 15 for Robert Morris, one of them going in, so 7 saves for Didi Estrada in the Fighting Saints net. 2 corners for Robert Morris, none for St. Francis. St. Francis committing 4 fouls, Robert Morris just committing 1. Second half just getting ready to start here on this rainy night in Joliet. The rain had calmed down a bit as the first half wore on, but it looks like it's picking right back up here. It has been during halftime. The Eagles to get things underway for the second half with the goal scorer, Lexi Langloss, doing the honors. Forward here by Gabby Christidis, who got the assist on the goal, and immediately they're looking for the speedy Marabella Rodriguez, but that one's overhit for her. The Eagles using their speed well in this game. Players like Rodriguez and Asmus and Christidis really putting pressure on this back four of the Fighting Saints. Christidis clearing that one away for a St. Francis throw. Again, this is the first game of a doubleheader here tonight at Joliet Memorial Stadium. The men's teams from each of these schools squaring off right here after this. You can find that game here on the St. Francis Athletics website. You will have to flip over to a different stream where you can join me for continuing coverage of CCAC action here in Joliet tonight. Langloss with her back to goal, looking to the middle. And she'll find Campos. Taken away though, and it's Mendez looking to go the other way for St. Francis. Mendez has Giallo out wide, but turnover back to the Eagles. Martinez now. Defended by McDermott. Sent down the line for Langloss. Headed away there by Cook, who clears it on a play. Turning in the middle is Johanna Camargo. Camargo back to the outside. Watched by Giallo here. Camargo sees her cross blocked by Hollander. By De La Rosa. De La Rosa and Hollander, the defensive midfield pairing tonight for the Saints, as the rain picking up again with more intensity here. They were able to clear some of the standing water away from the sideline at halftime, so the concern of a small lake of rainwater invading the pitch has been put at bay for now at least. But if the rain continues like this, they could see that issue again in the waning moments of this one. A poor goal kick from Estrada right to Martinez. And right back on the attack come the Eagles. Here's Camargo. Camargo looking to turn past Hogue. Hogue still up against Camargo. Hogue doing really well there to keep it away from the attacker for the Eagles, but the Eagles maintain possession. De La Rosa clearing the way here. Haley Hogue, the freshman center back, has started every game this season for the Fighting Saints. Freshman out of Minooka High School, not too far southwest of here. Camargo looking to turn, gets the cross in, flicked on by Langloss, and attempting to get on the end of it was Gabby Christidis, but she shielded away from the ball, which falls easily to Didi Estrada. Better clearance this time. but only finding Eggert. One down by Mendez. Now away from Giallo by Eggert. Camargo looking to turn in the middle. Does well. Camargo back here for Sarai Gomez. It goes all the way back for the final defender, Matty Gasso, who will play it safe and go back to the keeper, Alyssa Darling. Darling, not much to do tonight. Again, St. Francis only registering one shot in that first half, and it wasn't a dangerous one. Good ball down here the left side for Martinez. Martinez able to keep in play. One-on-one here with McDermott. Martinez to the inside. Martinez onto her right foot. Still Martinez. Martinez off now for a shot from number 14, Gabby Christidis, which got an important touch from Didi Estrada. That was probably destined to go off the crossbar. Estrada, though, playing it safe and tipping it over the bar. But great work done there by Marbella Rodriguez, the junior out of Chicago. A transfer from Moraine Valley, making an impact here in her first year with the Eagles. She'll send the corner to the far side. It's over everyone and out for a goal kick. Rodriguez also has started every game she's played in this season. 9 starts in 9 games. 6 goals already and 1 assist. And you can see why with the kind of pace and skill she possesses on that left wing for the Eagles. Scored against Viterbo, 2 against William Penn, 1 against Purdue Northwest, 1 against Calumet College of St. Joseph, and 1 against Roosevelt University. Looking to add the University of St. Francis to her hit list so far this season. As Estrada sends the goal kick through the driving rain, but straight back with it come the Eagles. Christidis was looking outside there for Asmus, but couldn't quite find the pass. Turning under pressure here is Campos, excuse me. Gonzalez, that one's flicked on, but too far for Camargo. The way Robert Morris have played tonight could best be described as a 4-3-3, but both of the more forward 2 midfielders of that central 3, Christidis and Camargo, have not needed a second word of instruction to go forward. They've been eager to contribute in the attacking end, which has left at times a lot of space for number 21, Maria Campos, to cover as the most defensive midfielder. But it hasn't been a problem as of yet. Ball in forward for Mendez. Mendez looking to turn, put out a play by Eggert. McDermott with the throw for the Fighting Saints. McDermott down the line looking for Mendez again, but it falls right back to her. McDermott puts the ball into the middle here. Headed on by Heineck, but Robert Moore is able to dig it out. Ball looking over the top here for Martinez. Cook, though, able to read that well, but she's giving it away here with her second touch. Headed wide by Langloss. Martinez again. Martinez cutting inside will have a shot, and it's in! Didi Estrada struggled to get a read on the flight of the ball, and by the time she did, it was over her head and into the back of the net. And as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, Marbella Rodriguez scores a goal against yet another opponent on the schedule for Robert Morris this season, her 7th goal of the year in 10 games. She's looked a threat all night on that left wing, always wanting to cut in on that right foot. And in this time, instead of her speed being her most dangerous weapon, it was her skill to curve that ball in and drive a shot over the head of the St. Francis keeper into the back of the net to double Robert Morris's lead. A 2-goal lead that, given the weather and given the lack of threat the Fighting Saints have posed tonight, Robert Morris will likely feel that that's a lead they're comfortable with. St. Francis will have to look to change that, though, and they'll have to find something to string some passes together in the attacking end of the field, something that's proved difficult tonight. Christidis turning away here from pressure from Giallo, back the other way, and sends a ball long. Claire Asmus is going to give this a run, but Haley Hogue is going to get there first for St. Francis. Hogue will just usher this one out of play for a goal kick. A tough moment there, that goal for Didi Estrada. From my vantage point up here in the press box, it looked like she just got a late read, on that ball. Maybe it was knuckling a bit. In any case, it was hit well from distance by Rodriguez, who hit that from outside the box. Camargo with the ball in, looking for Lexi Langloss, but collected by Estrada. But all credit again to Marbella Rodriguez with a phenomenal hit on that strike from all of 20 yards. Further from Eggert for Christidis. Christidis looking back from Eggert, but De La Rosa's there first. Looking to launch a counterattack now for St. Francis, but she's overplayed it for Giallo. Things just not quite coming together for the Fighting Saints so far in this one. Camargo, who has just let her headband tangle around her neck, is not going to be doing much good with this rain. Ball rolling all the way through to Estrada. Forward by Estrada again. Just under 10 minutes played here in the second half, and much as they did in the first half, it's a goal in the first 10 minutes for Robert Morris, and they now lead 2-0. Rodriguez, the second goal scorer, finding Camargo. Camargo defended by De La Rosa. Eggert sending this one forward to the box. Langloss is there, but not able to trap that ball down as it goes through for Estrada. The Eagles looking dangerous every time they get into the attacking zone right now. Estrada forward for Mendez, but taken away by Christidis. Christidis looking to shake off Hollander. Still Christidis, she'll have a shot, but it was always going wide of the goal. These Eagles players certainly not afraid to have a shot from long distance. Christidis wins the header to Martinez. To Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends it forward, but that's cleared away by Cook. Back here with Eggert. But that's just going to roll off for a goal kick. Marbella Rodriguez, as I mentioned, certainly proving a valuable addition to this Robert Morris roster so far this year. After spending 2 years at Moraine Valley, now 7 goals in her first 10 games as a member of this Eagles squad. Eagles have another throw here. Alexis Gonzalez coming forward from right back to take it. In for Langloss. Langloss looking to turn, sends a ball into the middle, takes a deflection, that could have gone anywhere. Unfortunately for the Fighting Saints, it falls to Estrada as Claire Asmus was charging in, looking to pick up the loose ball. Rain coming down harder than ever during this game now at Joliet Memorial Stadium, and you've got to feel a bit for Alyssa Darling in the Robert Morris net, who's had little to do but stand in place and stand in the rain. Here's Christidis looking to send Rodriguez on her way and does. Rodriguez gets in behind McDermott. The referee blows his whistle. It's going to be a free kick. And a yellow card is going to be coming out here against Grace McDermott. Not a surprise. Rodriguez had her beat. She pulled her back. It's probably the smart defensive decision, but no complaints there from the senior defender. She knew exactly what she was doing on that play, but she will have to be careful the rest of this match. Free kick here to be taken by Campos, and it ends up in the back of the net. It's a mistake by Estrada, and it's Rodriguez again. Estrada went to catch that ball, slippery, it went right through her hands, off the post. She lost sight of it, and there to tap into a wide open net was Marbella Rodriguez, her second goal of the night, her 8th now of the season. And things just go from bad to worse for Didi Estrada. A difficult night, certainly made worse by the rainy conditions. Just letting that ball go through her fingertips, and unlucky that it went off the post and right to a Robert Morris player. 3-0 the Eagles now lead with under 34 minutes to go in the match. St. Francis looking to respond. This is Mendez pushing forward. Mendez has Heineck in pursuit. She'll keep that in play, but it's given right away and cleared out of play by Claire Asmus. 3-0 for Robert Morris. The goal so far won by Lexi Langloss in the 9th minute of play. And so far in this second half, Marbella Rodriguez has added 2 more. One, a phenomenal strike from long distance. The other, a fortunate product of a goalkeeping mishap. Eagles just continuing their strategy of hitting balls long and trusting that the speed they have up front can run it down. Langloss, a fairly prototypical center forward, tall, strong, good at playing with her back to goal, at least so far in this game, and plenty of speed on either wing and in midfield as they come forward again here with Camargo. Camargo to the outside, holding up. She'll find Christidis. Christidis to Rodriguez on a hat trick and space down the left flank. Here is Rodriguez, cutting to the middle, puts a cross in, headed by Christidis, but she couldn't direct it on goal. Maybe just too much pace on that cross from Rodriguez. But it's another attempt for the Eagles. Sent forward by Estrada. Headed on by Hollander. But then cleared back forward by Eggert. Ball bouncing around in midfield. Headed one by Camargo. Hogue flicking it back almost into the path of Asmus. But well away to the danger was Madison Hannion. Asmus keeps it in play. Asmus gets past Hannion. Asmus is crossed. She slips on the wet turf. And it goes behind for a goal kick. Playing conditions causing problems for everybody. Although the problems they've caused for St. Francis have been more costly, at least so far. The small lake I alluded to in the first half, again present along the near sideline, starting to encroach on the near sideline. As rain has been coming down throughout basically the entire match. We had a beautiful fall day earlier in the day here in the southwest suburbs, but that has turned into a bit of a wet mess. This ball forward looking for Christidis, but too long and goes through for Estrada. Estrada looking to find Giallo, who can't quite find that ball as it goes on a play for an Eagles throw. The Fighting Saints were able to rack up plenty of throw-ins and maintain possession that way for long stretches of that first half. This second half, at least in the opening 15 minutes, has not even yielded that. It has been all Eagles as they've scored 2 goals, but that could change here. Mendez looking to come forward. Doesn't get far, though. Here is Maria Campos. Forward there for Camargo, who goes outside for Rodriguez. Here's Rodriguez again on the left wing. Cross into the middle, cleared away by Brittany Cook. But right back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez flicks it around McDermott. Rodriguez again, back into the middle. Camargo with her back to goal. Camargo looking to turn. Camargo will get a shot away, but it took at least one deflection on its way through and not much on it. Estrada easily picks that up. Camargo looked like she had her sights set on shooting there. She had plenty of teammates in support she could have laid that ball off to, but I suppose when you're up 2-0 in a game like this, why not have the shot? Here's Gonzalez. Sending it forward, but again, no one on the end of this one. Estrada won't even bother to chase. She'll just wait for a new ball. Half an hour to go here at Memorial Stadium. Alex Campbell with you this evening for the first game of a doubleheader between St. Francis and Robert Morris. The women's soccer team squaring off here first. The men's teams will follow with kickoff right around 7:30 or 7:40 p.m. Central Time. And hopefully, that game will bring with it less rain than this one has. Meanwhile, the Fighting Saints will hope it brings more goals. It's been a difficult game so far here through the first 60 minutes. Robert Morris Eagles 3, Fighting Saints 0. Goals from Lexi Langloss and 2 from Marbella Rodriguez. Headed here by Alexis Gonzalez. Forward for Campos. Campos to Camargo. Camargo knocks it outside for Asmus. Asmus sends the cross in. It's over Estrada, but luckily for her, over the goal as well. Might have gone actually through the uprights. That would be an impressive field goal from that angle. It's a goal kick. Sort of angle you normally only see in a rugby match. Header one there by De La Rosa. Turning outside with it was Serda, but no one there. St. Francis have swapped their wings, it looks like. Isabel Serda has come over here to the right side, while Grace Giallo has gone to the left. Stepping forward with a good ball through is Hollander, and she's found Serda down the right side. Still going Serda. Serda looking to go to the outside, now looks to cut it back inside, defended by Eggert. Serda has Mendez helping. Following in was Hollander, but it's back to the Eagles. De La Rosa pinching forward though for the Fighting Saints, looking to maintain possession, and she'll win her side a throw-in. Defensive midfielders stepping up there for the Fighting Saints. No need to. Fighting Saints preparing to make their first substitution of the second half. As down below, it's number 18, Areli Sanchez getting ready. As Camargo clears this one away for the Eagles. Headed back forward by Cook. A nice move there by Maria Campos to flick it over one defender. Can't evade a second, it's a throw-in. In here for Langloss, dropping deep to start play. Over the top, and again it's Rodriguez on the run. Marbella Rodriguez cutting onto her right foot across is blocked there by Grace McDermott. Eggert in for Camargo. Back now with Eggert. Pressured by De La Rosa. Throw in, still with the Eagles. Ava Eggert out of nearby Tinley Park, Illinois with the throw in, that's headed away. Went to high school at Lincoln Way East in Frankfort, home of the Griffins. A slight delay here, but now Eggert with the throw-in, again for Camargo. Camargo looking to turn past McDermott. Langloss here on the end line. Langloss sends the ball across, and unable to get the vital touch was Gabby Christidis. Christidis cutting in there through the middle, watched by Haley Hogue. Goal kick for Didi Estrada. Sophomore goalkeeper out of Monroe Center, Illinois. St. Francis was able to make the change. It's Gracie Giallo who's come off to be replaced by Areli Sanchez. That ball too long for anyone to get on the end of. It'll be a goal kick. St. Francis pressing higher here. Looks like they've gone almost a front two as Mary Kate Heineck, who's been the striker all night, has split a bit further wider to the left, and Sanchez looks like she'll be on the right side of things. And bouncing around in the center. Camargo. Christidis. Runs out of play. Throw for the Eagles. Lindsay Mendez, who's been playing as that number 10 position all night, staying there, it looks like, behind the two strikers. Which leaves a lot of work to do for Olivia Hollander and Olivia De La Rosa, the two Olivias in defensive midfield. Camargo takes a shot on here, goes off the back of Hogue. And Hanyon will just play it out. A good hit there by Camargo. Another player who's certainly willing to shoot from distance. Throw in here by Gonzalez. Christidis. Headed away there by Hogue. Cook whiffing on a clearance. Langloss looking to turn. Nowhere to go though. And cleared away by Serta. Sanchez bringing this one down. Sanchez back for Serta. But it goes right back over to Robert Morris. Christidis. Headed away by Hogue. Down for Camargo. Camargo time to turn and take a look at her options. She'll find Campos, who will just drop it back to Gomez. Gomez now for Gasso. The center back combo with almost nothing to do here in the second half as of yet. University of St. Francis, the Fighting Saints really just struggling to put anything together on the attacking end of the field. It's been a tough night here for the home team. The conditions not helping things, and neither is the 3-0 score on the scoreboard. Certainly, though, at this point, just to get one, maybe to at least lift the spirits a bit and feel like they were back in this game. Langloss sends a cross off of Cook for a throw-in. 2 subs coming in. 3 subs coming in for Robert Morris. Number 6, Marubeni Nieto. Number 10, Nicole Kochak. And Kochak's still waiting here. Number 15, Mayer Diaz coming back into the game. She played a bit in the first half. Trying to turn there was Asmus. 2 substitutions were made. Nicole Kochak is still, Kochka is still waiting on the sideline. And now that change will be made as Kochka will come on in place of number 23, the center back, Maddie Gasso. And there will be a few shifts around. Looks like Gonzalez is going to drop back to pair its center back with Gomez, and Kochka will go out to right back as it's a throw in here for the Fighting Saints. Nieto has gone into midfield in place of Camargo. Langloss turning with it here. And Diaz has replaced Christidis. So Christidis and Camargo, who've really been the heartbeat of this Robert Morris team tonight, they've done some really good work in the center midfield, contributing on the attacking end as well. They'll both get a break for now, and I would guess that their night is probably done. Diaz sending this forward. Asmus making a diagonal run from the right wing, but that pass is far too far for her. It'll be a goal kick. Just over 20 minutes remaining here at Joliet Memorial Stadium, where the Robert Morris Eagles lead the Fighting Saints by a score of 3-0. I'm Alex Campbell with you here for both parts of a doubleheader tonight. Men's soccer to follow this. Set long by Estrada. Back is Eggert for Gonzalez. Gonzalez forward to Asmus on the right wing. Asmus looking to turn past Hanyon. Her first touch a bit too strong. Hanyon with another throw. Forward looking for Sanchez. Back in possession the Eagles. This is Campos. Campos sending it forward. Too far for Claire Asmus, who won't even bother to chase that one down. It's a throw on the far side for the Fighting Saints. Pushing forward there was Hollander wins a throw. And just a miscommunication there. Looked like Cook was trying to, oh, excuse me, not Cook, that's Hollander, was looking to lay it off for Madison Hannion, who she anticipated to come forward, but just some miscommunication there results in the throw for the Eagles. Kochka putting it back in play. And the throw upcoming. Nicole Kochka, recently coming into the game, the senior midfielder and defender out of Elburn, Illinois. Spent her first 2 years at Waubonsee Community College before going to Robert Morris. This is her second season now with the team. She'll send a cross in over everybody and catching practice for Estrada. Estrada sending it forward. This is Rodriguez. Rodriguez darting through midfield, trying to evade defenders. Still going Marbella Rodriguez. She'll send it wide over the head of Asmus, and it'll go out for a goal kick. "17 minutes remaining as the Fighting Saints look to find a way back into this game. They've been pinned in their own defensive half for almost all of this second half, as Robert Morris has won most of these 50-50 balls off goal kicks, and they do so again here. Cleared forward by Hannion. Sanchez trying to make something happen. Or Mendez, excuse me. Serta cut that one out, but it's 4-0 for Langloss. Langloss looking to turn past Cook. Still on the ball, Langloss. Cutting it forward here for Asmus. Asmus to the outside finds Nieto. Nieto here on the left wing, taken away by Grace McDermott. Sending it forward over the head of Sanchez to be played by Gomez here. Gomez splitting defenders. The possession regained by Mendez. McDermott's attempted clearance went straight in the air. Mendez dropping all the way back now near right back. More subs coming on for Robert Morris. It's number 4, Sam Sparks, and number 25, Anahi Serta. So 2 sisters, the Serta sisters. Excuse me, not sisters, they're on opposing teams. That's my mistake, so that's just a coincidence. But for all I know, they could be related. And Olivia De La Rosa has come off for the Fighting Saints. Still waiting to see who she's been replaced by. Looks like she's been replaced by Alexa Valencia Corona, who makes a substitute appearance much as she did in the first half. She's gone out to the left wing for now, as Isabel Serta's dropped deeper to help out the defensive midfield duties, it looks like, with Olivia Hollander. But St. Francis, understandably, sending more and more resources forward in the final 15 minutes of this match. Forward from Estrada. Past Hollander. But Hollander wins it back, finds Valencia Corona. Looking for Mendez. Stepping forward there and fouled is Isabel Serta. The referee not signaling for the clock to stop, so no yellow card upcoming. Free kick to be taken here by Olivia Hollander. Hollander sending it in, bounces past a couple defenders, but it is cleared away by the Eagles. Forward by Cook, but it's just a throw for the opposition. The Eagles have managed to keep their energy up all night. It's been key in this game, continuing to put the Fighting Saints under pressure. This is Sanchez looking to turn. She'll find Halder, although the pass goes right under her foot. And miscommunication. Could have been a counterattacking opportunity there for the Eagles, but two players had the same thought at once to make the same run, and no one went to the ball. This one long, looking for Heineck. Heineck will be able to keep it in play. Mary Kay Heineck turning along the end line here. Still Heineck, looking for support, wins a throw-in. Heineck into the middle. Chested up by Mendez. Sent to the middle, looking for Valencia Corona. And here come the Eagles on a counterattack. Diaz pushing forward. Outside, she'll try to send Nieto down the line, but the pass just a little off the mark. Now Diaz in conversation with her head coach, Tom Chop. The possession quickly regained by Sarai Gomez. It's cut out though by Cook. Trying to turn with it there was Anahi Serda. She's back on the ball here. Excuse me, that's not Anahi Serda, that is Sarai Tehran. The 29 and the 25 looking very similar from up here. Tehran looking to get out of the end of this one before it rolls out of play. McDermott for company, and it'll just roll out. Well, for a corner, the referee's going to say took a deflection, didn't expect that. But it's a corner for the Eagles. Coming over to take it is Sam Sparks. Under 12 minutes to play here. 3-0. Robert Morris continues to lead. Looking to add to it here. 3 more substitutes also getting ready for Robert Morris. That will be number 25, Anahi Serda, along with 2 other players. So this is swung in past 2 players and then goes on to play for another corner. Here come the subs. It's going to be Anahi Serda, number 8, Delaney Anderson, and number 16, Julia Shilka. Coming off are Claire Asmus, Ava Eggert, and Maria Campos as this corner is swung in and sent away by St. Francis. Serda sends it forward, unable to connect with anyone. Sending it right back forward was Gomez, but no one on the same page. This game has kind of entered this phase. Robert Morris takes a few touches, sends a long ball forward, goes past everyone. Estrada gets a goal kick. Robert Morris regains possession and repeat. It's been that way for about the past 15 minutes, really ever since this lead expanded to 3. Throw in here for Delaney Anderson. Down the line looking for Sarai Tehran. Tehran to the end line, that's shepherded out of play by McDermott, goal kick. Minutes to play between the Eagles and the Fighting Saints. The Eagles look like they are on their way to their 4th conference win of the season, would bring them to 4-1 in conference and 6-3-1 overall. The Fighting Saints, meanwhile, if this held, would drop to 2-3 in conference and 2-6 overall. Here's Sparks on the near side. Looking to cross it in. That cross is deflected, though. And finds the feet of Mendez, who sends it long down the line for Mary-Kate Heineck. Heineck sending across to the middle, looking for Sanchez, but that's cleared away by Gasso. Excuse me, by Kochka. Gasso having subbed off earlier in this half. Throw in for McDermott. Fighting Saints preparing a substitution. Olivia De La Rosa going to be re-entering the match. Heineck battling here with Alexis Gonzalez. Ball falls low for Mendez. Deflects into the middle, and it's the first touch in quite a while from open play for Alyssa Darling. She'll send it out wide right here. Down the line from Shilka. Here is the substitution. Olivia De La Rosa back into the game. And she will replace number 18, Arely Sanchez. Shilka. Looking to turn to the middle. Kochka picks that one up and sends it forward. Looking here for Tehran. Tehran can't avoid the defenders. As McDermott gets it away. Dropping deep to try to pick this one up is Heineck. But re-seizing possession is Mayuri Diaz. Diaz finding Serda, who sees her pass intercepted, and the other way come the Fighting Saints. A ball forward here for De La Rosa. De La Rosa, 1 against 4 at the moment. Looks to lay it to the outside for Heineck, but off the mark. Diaz. Taken away by Sarah. But now sent forward by Kochka. It's a race back here between McDermott and Sarai Tehran, but it's out of play for a throw-in. Just over 7 minutes to go here in this one. The first of 2 games here tonight between the Eagles and the Saints on a rainy night at Joliet Memorial Stadium. Although the rain has almost entirely stopped for now, just a light drizzle after a downpour that was just shy of torrential for, I'd say, the middle third of this match. Doing well to evade pressure there is Nieto, sending it forward, headed away by Cook. Hollander tries to head it on, but it's cleared back in by the Eagles. Cook with a header again. Serda. Tehran looking to flick it through. But it rolls kindly for Estrada. Estrada sending it forward. That ball bouncing away from Valencia Corona. Falling now here for De La Rosa. Valencia Corona almost able to get through the pressure there, but it's back with the Eagles. Although not quite able to keep it in play there was Nicole Kochka. Thrown right to Kochka though. Headed forward by Serda. Looking to turn there is Sam Sparks, but the Fighting Saints have the ball back. Or at least they did for a few moments. It's a race here between the keeper Estrada and Anahi Serda, but Estrada comes out on top this time. As we've got 5.5 minutes to go. De La Rosa, Mendez. Out wide here for Heineck. Heineck looking to turn. Heineck holding off pressure for now. From Gonzalez. Heineck to the corner. Heineck not able to keep that ball in play. It'll go back to Robert Morris. Far side to the right of your picture. You can see the Robert Morris men's team starting their warm-ups in preparation for the game that will kick off here just after 7:30 p.m. Headed away here by McDermott. For Shilka. Shilka does well to find Ahani Serda. Serda looking wide there for Marubeni Nieto, but overcooks the pass a bit. The upcoming schedule for the Fighting Saints women's soccer team. After this, they'll travel to Roosevelt on the 8th, and then back-to-back home games, first on the 12th against Holy Cross, and then against St. Xavier on the 16th. Holy Cross at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, St. Xavier a 7 p.m. night game. This one just hauled forward by Anderson. No one was getting to that one except Didi Estrada. There's 1 to 4 minutes to play. A 3-0 Eagles lead that is held up for the last half an hour. The first goal in the first half came from Lexi Langloss, and the 2 in this half came from Marbella Rodriguez, who absolutely terrorized the USF defense tonight. Yeah, she's been doing the defenses across the CAC so far this season. Battling in the corner there, Tehran and Hanyan. And the result is a cross from Shilka that flies high over the uprights behind the goal. Headed down by Serda, finding Sparks. Substitutes looking to make an impact here in the late stages, despite the scoreline already favoring Robert Morris. If you're a sub, you're trying to work your way into that starting 11, and you're not paying attention to the opponent or the scoreline when you're doing that. Estrada sending this one forward. Any of the USF players looking to make a strong impact in the last moments here as well. Here's Mary Kate Heineck, looking to send that cross field for Alexa Valencia Corona, but it never quite gets there. Hanyan. They're back by Diaz. Hollander. One of a handful of players who's played every minute so far tonight for USF. Hollander, Hanyan, Hogue, Cook, Heineck, Mendez, and Serda. None of them have come off the field tonight. Tehran. And in the middle for Serda. Serda will have a shot, and it's right at Didi Estrada. As we're under 2 minutes to play here. The Robert Morris Eagles heading for their 6th win of the season. Heineck looking to win the header, but is out-jumped there by Anderson. Throw from McDermott. Mendez was looking to turn, but it's set long. Headed back forward by Hogue, but only giving it to Tehran. Way by McDermott. Serda running into Serda on the other team. The 2 Serdas coming together, and they'll be brought back for a free kick after the referee looked to play an advantage. One minute to go here at Joliet Memorial Stadium. Sam Sparks is over this free kick for the Eagles. Plenty of players on the far side of the box. Lots of movement. Sparks to deliver. Sparks sends it right for the goal, and it's tipped over the bar. An important save by Estrada, who had a good read on that one and used her right palm to send that away from trouble. It'll be a corner kick, but with only about 30 seconds to go, I doubt Robert Morris will be in a rush to take this one. Nicole Kochka is over to take it, aware that her team is low on time here. Kochka sends an outswinger into the box. Diaz on the volley with a miss hit. Followed up by Tehran. Her shot is blocked. Back here for Anderson. Anderson has a shot. That's blocked as well. Heineck tries to turn. Sent back forward though by Gomez. Estrada brings it down in the final 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is going to do it from Joliet Memorial Stadium in women's soccer action tonight. The final score, the Fighting Saints 0, the Robert Morris University Eagles 3. The goals again coming from Lexi Langloss and Marbella Rodriguez, who is almost without doubt with her 2 goals tonight, the player of the game. A tough night for the women from USF, not really able to ever get anything going, and the Eagles' speed and possession style really causing them some issues. That's going to do it for this broadcast, but again, coming up shortly, men's soccer action to follow again between USF and Robert Morris. I'll be with you for that coverage as well. Thanks for joining us for CCAC Women's Soccer Action. I'm Alex Campbell, and we'll see you right back here for men's soccer action in a little bit.
The weather's so terrible, I wouldn't even put KB on. You guys usually like Phobia?